shoot off a tweet at 4 in the morning, which is not controversial at all. Not really anything worth talking about, just my opinion, right? Mostly to do with like flagging and just how it's generally like, I don't know, a bad idea, or as I think I put it here, like a bad move. You know, I just shoot this off at 4 a.m. on May 28th. Little did I expect that this would blow up and escalate into the like biggest shit show ever. But I mean, I guess I shouldn't be surprised really, right? Ralph has decided to stick the knife in the neck, slide it all the way to the right, as Tommy C says. I don't know why, but he's decided to. And again, I shouldn't really be surprised because, I mean, this guy, I mean, he has a history of just fucking people over, I guess. Although I'm hesitant to really say, the title, if you guys couldn't tell, it's a joke, right? The title, like, Ralph backstabs me. That implies that there was some sort of, like, network or something that I was in. Like, I'm not, like, I was never, like, a kill stream co-host. Although he did offer me a position at one point, but I never took it for different reasons. But it's like, one of the arguments that Ralph made was that I betrayed him or something by making this tweet. And basically, if you guys are wondering what the drama even is, this drama relates to some clipping channel that was clipping his content that previously had permission to clip his content that now Ralph has apparently taken off YouTube via DMCA claims. Although realistically, I mean, if T-Clips wanted her channel back, she could probably just file a retraction and just wait the 10 days and get it back, because I doubt Ralph would sue her. Maybe he would. I don't fucking know. Seems like pretty easy shit to me. But I saw this tweet, right? And I'll read it right now. I laughed when they took down that skank T-Clips' channel. I told the dumb bitch to take down my material over a year ago. She didn't listen. She shit on my mom after she died and tried to dox my friend instead. I laughed when they took her channel down. Now, if that's true, and I've seen evidence that she has in fact shared some weird shit, his mom passed away recently, guys, and I'm not even joking when I say this. Don't talk about, like, don't shit on that in the chat.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not even saying that like, totally. No, I'm being dead serious right now. And mods, if you see any like shit talk on like his mom or like, don't delete that. All right, and I'm being serious there. And you know, I'm in a Discord server, right, that archives a bunch of tweets, and somebody showed me like 50,000 tweets that T-Clips made where she was sharing streams that were basically shitting on his mom who recently passed away. That's all fucking terrible, all right? And T-Clip sounds like a massive spurg, at least in my opinion. The problem here is that flagging a channel, for whatever reason, even if you're in the right, technically, like legally or whatever, if you're in the right, morally if you're in the right, it usually never goes well. And if you look at my tweet here, that's all I was really saying. I was saying you're shooting yourself in the foot here. I was looking at this from an analytics perspective, right? Ethan Ralph is banned from YouTube. He needs things like clips and people who are willing to go on his show to drum up publicity for his show. So I'm like, look, I saw this tweet and I'm like, wait, you're taking out clip channels now? What is wrong with you? You're shooting yourself in the foot here. Just looking at this from a completely selfish angle, you would have everything to gain from clips of your show going up on YouTube, a bigger platform than where you're on right now. It's free advertisement, let alone the horrible optics of flagging a clip channel that you previously given permission to clip. Does somebody in chat have a link to the DMs that he gave her where he was like, I'm never gonna retract permission for you to use my clips? And then like a year later, he's like, yeah, I burned your channel to the ground or something like that. I'm just like, are you fucking retarded? But you might be wondering why I felt the need to make this comment in the first place. I went on Ralph's show 2 years ago. And you know why I went on his show? Actually, he asked me to go on his show. Do you know why, chat? Do you know why he asked me to go on a show 2 years ago? Because Tonkasaw, who previously gave me permission, or gave everyone permission to clip his shit, striked me because I clipped his debate with Nick Diorio that he deleted and then later republished on his channel. He striked me for that. And you know what? He was in the right to. That's why I didn't file a retraction, because I knew I would lose. Because obviously, you know, well, actually, I could have filed a retraction and he would have never sued me and I probably would have won. But I didn't even bother to file that because I was like, okay, you're gonna strike your content off my channel even though you gave me permission in the past. Whatever. All right. That's a bitch move. It's a pussy move. But I guess you've changed your mind now. You're still a bitch. And Ralph agreed with me at the time, and he asked me to go on the kill stream and talk about how much of a bitch Tonka was. And we'll play that clip because it's still on my channel. I don't know if I'm gonna have to look out for a DMCA claim on Red Fox Comms from Ethan Ralph. I don't know if I'm gonna have to look out for that. If we're about to get another strike from Ralph himself, I would be surprised if he was going to try to do that, but I wouldn't leave anything out of the possibility. But you have to look at this from my perspective for a second right here, right? Ralph is doing the exact same thing Tonka did after he brought me onto his show to shit on Tonka for the exact reason that I disagree with him now. Yeah, like, you have to understand from my perspective, I'm looking at this and I'm like, you two-faced piece of shit. What are you talking about? You have a problem with clip channels now. What? That doesn't make any sense. You had me on your show 2 years ago, all right? I mean, if you want to be an open hypocrite, I mean, I guess fine, but obviously I'm gonna take issue with that personally because I went on your show. We did a whole segment on this. Now all of a sudden this is your new updated position. I mean, it's literally mirroring Tonka Saw. This was only like, not even 2 years ago, like less than 2 years ago. So you gotta understand it from that perspective. Like, I'm just looking at this like, are you fucking retarded? And that was really the tone of my tweet there. I wasn't trying to burn the bridge, you know, whatever bridge we have. If getting followed on Twitter means there's like some sort of bridge, I wasn't trying to like burn it. I was just saying like, what are you doing? You're shooting yourself in the foot here. Very simple take, all right? And if you watch the show, you know that I always have criticisms of my friends, and we hash it out in the air, and we talk about it. This always happens, and it never escalates. Like, I can go on stream with Nick Diorio, and I can be like, I think you're a pussy for that tweet the other day. Or Nick can go on stream with Boblax and say, like, oh, you flagged that video. I don't like that. And we're still friends at the end of the day. It doesn't matter because we're guys. We can talk shit and it not blow up and be a big deal. So, I don't know. And he's in my chat right now, Malding. What's he saying? On the Saturday sunset, you're a pussy. Amazing. I do it again happily. I mean, yeah, I'm very well aware of that, Ralph. Like, if you want to be an open hypocrite, you just pull a Tonka, then, I mean, okay. All right. I just want to know why you, like, cried so hard. I don't know. It just seems strange. Was Tonka making fun of your dead mom? Well, he wasn't doing that, all right? But he was DMing my parents on Twitter and doing a bunch of, and finding out, like, their YouTube channels and Facebook pages. Like, he was absolutely invading my privacy. I still didn't care because it's like, okay, well, whatever.
I think that, like, Ralph has justifiable reasons to have animosity.
We're not fans of T-Clips here. That's the problem, right?
Yeah.
This guy did 20 hours of content on me on the basis that I came at this from a moral issue. What?
Yeah, T-Clips like spurged out at me like a year ago for not like
T-Clips spurged out at me recently.
Like
I forget what it was, but there was some issue. I don't even remember what it was because I don't really pay attention to T-Clips that much, but like I remember she spurged out at me like a few weeks ago or something. I'm not a fan of T-Clips, all right? In fact, when I was shitting on Ralph, T-Clips DM me or something. They were like, oh, thank you. I didn't even respond to the DM because I'm like, I don't like these people. You know, like the Ralph Spur community. I don't like those people. I don't want those people in my audience. Like Josh Kiwi Farms guy, he wrote me when I got blocked from Ralph. He was like, welcome to the club, buddy. And I'm like, no. I don't want to be in the club, all right? You know? I'm not interested in that. I'm doing my own thing. Fuck off. I don't like anyone from that community. I still have no idea how this became like drama. Like that's the weird part, right? Like it's just like, this is a very simple take, and this turned into get fucked Augie. Like, and I mean, if he wants to take it there, fine, I guess, but like, how are you this much of a pussy? Where like, a simple take like this is like, this is the end, Augie's siding with the detractor Spergs, and it's wartime. Like, I feel like this was planned. Honestly, I feel like this was entirely a plant for drama. Probably to drum up sales for his Killstream TV thing. Because, I mean, I just can't take any of these arguments seriously. They don't make any sense. And that's the thing, like, he wanted me to call into his show that night. And I really thought about it. And I was just like, I don't know how to take any of this seriously. Like, all of these arguments are inherently hypocritical. He's arguing like things that I've never even said. Like 90% of his arguments were things I never said. 10% of things were stuff that was inherently hypocritical. I'm like, how do I have a conversation with this guy? This came out of nowhere. This just feels like, you know, I was probably on the checklist of people to fuck over for content. I guess. I really don't know. I'm talking out of my ass right now, but I mean, that's all I can really make of this situation.
Flamenco just said something about hypocrisy, and I've seen tons of stuff like, oh, it's about DMCA. Dude, take the moral arguments and leave them at the door. We're talking about Ethan Ralph. Are we really surprised that he's like immoral? Like he's not like the fucking beacon of morality. There is none in that community. I mean, this is a guy who's openly not against doxing and
yeah,
a bunch of other shit. So, like,
but his crutch for this is because they're doxing his friend or something.
I can't believe there's like, oh, I can't believe he handles things two different ways depending on whether he likes someone or doesn't like them. I think the part that's really funny is that he's just a pussy. So like he gets really mad when people insult like members of his family after they passed away, but he's like perfectly fine going, aha, Sargon, your baby died.
Yeah.
Or it's just like, oh yeah, Matt, you're not your kid's dad when someone else is gonna be taking care of his. Like it's just really fucking funny, dude. I just figured that like this guy who's like a super edgy, like fucking I'll dox your whole fucking family guy.
Isn't his stance on doxing that like doxing is like
to take down fucking platforms would be a bit more of a man than, hey man, can you just DM me first?
Oh my god.
Like what a fucking loser, dude. What kind of fucking certified badass is gonna go like, you know, I think it's really fucked up that Augie didn't DM me before.
I was supposed to DM him before like disagreeing with him publicly over that.
Dude,
like look,
your life is a hurricane of destruction. There's not a single fucking person in this this call who's envious for your position. Dude, we're sitting here nice and happy on YouTube. Enjoy whatever fucking platform that you have to go to after Trovo kicks you off.
Oh,
Bye.
no. I mean, it's true, right? I don't know. The difference between me and them is that I don't bow down and I'm right in your face with what I do. I don't slink around and hide and what? I don't even know what this is talking about.
Is he saying that you were planning on like okay, this is when we're gonna stab Ralph in the back? Like you were
Actually,
saying like this is dumb on Twitter publicly. Like what?
I think that's what he was like with us. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to get too conspiratorial. Like oh, they're all like out to get me or something like that. You know what I mean? But like, I honestly feel like that, like they were like, you know, Augie, they're on the checklist, you know, I'm gonna shit on Augie when content's low for a week or something.
Was there
because
a specific reason for that though, you think?
Well,
or?
I came into Worski did a stream on me. Ralph did like 3 streams on me or something like that. Worski did 1 on me. I tuned into Worski's chat when he went live, and I immediately saw somebody in his chat saying something like, oh, Worski, you called Augie being a bitch months ago. And I'm like, wait a minute, you called me being a bitch months ago? I came into Worski's chat like last month, and he was sucking my ass. Like, he was like, Augie's here, we love Augie. Augie's so based on Twitter. Like, if you called me being a bitch months ago, but last month I was super cool and stuff, what's the deal there? So maybe it was just a chatter talking shit, but it really just makes me think this is all just like a giant meme. But I mean, I guess we'll hear from the Memphis Mauler himself. What's up?
What's up, Augie? How's it going, man?
What's up? Why'd you cry so hard on Twitter?
I don't feel like I cried, really.
No, dude, I disagreed with you, and you blew this up like it was some big like
I'll tell
deal.
you why, and you're not mentioning why this blew up in the first place.
Oh, what am I leaving out?
Put me back in the fall, basically put me out on blast without sending me a DM or something. And I told
Why do I have to send you a DM? I'm curious.
That's just what a man does, honestly.
I don't think a man cries on Twitter when somebody disagrees with him.
You didn't see me cry. You didn't see me cry.
I actually did see you cry all weekend long.
I thought a man was right in your face. I thought a man was right in your face with what you do. It says right there. It says right there. It says right.
Without a minder, you should be living in a home. You fucking sick fuck. Fuck all you motherfuckers, honestly. I don't give a fuck about.
What are you talking about, you schizophrenic retards?
Burn in hell, die, bitch, die.
That's it?
Keep
ranting? Whoa, hold on. Did somebody kick him out?
No.
I can double check the logs. He just came in to cry. I didn't even get
Wait a minute,
one
that was it?
response.
He left?
Oh, Black's is autistic. He's an F-slur. He should live in a home. Bye.
Okay.
Yeah, we're on
sensitive-ass
YouTube.
bitch.
You know you can say the actual slur, right? Like,
But you
don't
can
have to,
on YouTube?
Yeah, you don't have to say. We're not on Trovo. You don't have to say F-slur. Okay.
Really?
He said the full word. I said F-slur.
I'm just entirely. Wait, hold on. I gotta wrap this up right. So he came in here to say I'm not crying. Then he rage quit in 2 seconds. It's the Tonkus all over again.
He just left before there was a response. He's so sensitive. He can't even like take a response back. He's like, I'm gonna leave before they say anything. It's funny that he says you have to DM to be a man, but then he also says right on the tweet on screen, I'm in your face with what I do. And wasn't the quote tweet without any preemptive DM in your face? Like, I don't know. Like, wait, isn't DMing people like slinking around and hiding in Discords, etc.?
Yeah, I don't really get the argument that, you know, real men DM each other before they talk shit, you know? Like, Nick Diorio, if he has an issue with something that I have to say, he'll say it publicly, and then we'll have a little tit-for-tat on stream, and then we'll not care because we're guys and guys aren't supposed to like, how many of you guys have friends where you'll get into like maybe vicious arguments, and I'm talking about like personal friends, you'll get into like vicious arguments, and then 10 minutes later they're like, we'll play some Smash Bros or something, you know what I mean? Like I don't know if this is something that maybe I'm just used to like hanging out with people who are like that. Like you have to DM me first before, you know, you say something on Twitter. Like, no, it's your public actions. Like, if it was something relating, like, private details about your life, yeah, I would DM you. I don't know why I'd even talk to you about that in the first place, but yeah, I'd DM you. I don't have to DM you about fucking YouTube drama, dude. It's public. By the way, one of his arguments, he was basically, like, arguing under the idea that we're T-Clips fans or something like that, and one of his arguments that T-Clips is saying horrible shit about his mom, right, who passed away recently, which, again, that's horrible. We don't like that here. On that same day, he wrote Tipster, making fun of Tipster's friend who committed suicide a few months ago. And this tweet right here is actually like the reason why I didn't even like let him, like, I didn't even, like, go on the show because I'm like, this is just open hypocrisy. Like, I can't take this guy seriously. He's just retarded. Like, he's completely brain dead. I don't know. And I was listening to his morning show, and he made this tweet live, and then he was, like, being, like, pussy about it. He was like, I don't know if I should have tweeted that, but I don't apologize for it. Fuck Tipster. He was getting in my business, but, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Like, even when he goes full nuclear, he's too pussy to even just go the full mile. Like, he has to, like, walk it back a little bit, but I'm not apologizing. That's for pussies. But, maybe I should have said that. Like, okay. All right. Time for you to come out of the closet, Augie. Literally, but that's another story. Your position is that I should let this person monetize my content after I told them to take it down. You presented one side of the story dishonestly. Literally, all I did was say it's a bad move. I didn't present either side. I just said this is bad. Your Tonka BS is in no way comparable. And again, like, he links, like, T-Clips being fucking cancer. I don't like that shit. Never supported that. I never even saw that, but now that I have, like, I don't support that at all. He also tried to imply that I've sent T-Clips, like, hundreds of dollars or something. I don't even know, like, it's a clip channel. How do you send it money, you know?
Well, I guess, like,
why would you do
revenue,
that?
But like, I don't even think T-Clips,
I don't know. This guy's retarded.
Anything, so she couldn't have been making, like, a shit ton of money on that. I think she had, like, a
There's
join
no
button or something.
Yeah. And look, here's the deal, all right? There's an argument to be had on whether or not Ralph is in the right to strike her because that is his content. And if she's monetizing it, there's like an argument there, like where technically he could be in the right. And to be honest, I mean, if it's his content, he probably is within the YouTube right to take it down. I just think he's retarded for doing so. Like, if somebody makes a video on me and they call me mean words or something, like they call me an F slur or something like that, right? And I'm like, damn, I'm within my rights to take this video down because they call me an F slur, and that's against YouTube TOS, so I can flag this. Like, yeah, within the YouTube guidelines, I'm in the right to take that down, but literally everybody would call me a bitch for doing that, and rightfully so, you know, especially given my stance on edgy humor. You know what I mean? Like, so maybe
your
there's an argument.
Platforming and edgy humor. If you
exactly
abuse that, it's like, man, I really hate this guy. I'm gonna just abandon everything that I'm saying, and I'm going to go.
Like, just because you're allowed to do something, like you can do something, doesn't mean that it's A, right, or B, a smart thing to do. But listen, I want to play this clip right here. This is from my other channel, Red Fox Comms. In 2019, all right, a little bit of RFC history here, the lore, ooh. Tonka flagged me because I re-uploaded a clip of him debating Nicholas Diorio. Tonka flagged me. We all called him a massive bitch, including Ralph, and yeah, I don't know. I think there's just gonna be some choice, some interesting lines in here. So I'm gonna fire up my screen share. You guys hop in here, and I thought we'd, you know, play back for old time's sake this classic episode of the Kill Stream with commentary. Ralph, all right, I know you got that finger on the DMCA button right now, but chill.
Augie, what's up, man? Welcome to the Kill Stream once again.
Yo, what's up?
I'm doing great, but I was gonna say, but your channel got a strike, and it's all courtesy of the wheelchair Indian, and I want to know what happened.
Yeah, so basically what happened was about a week ago, Diorio went on. Now a lot of people might remember Diorio was a big friend of Tonka or whatever. Well,
I remember,
like he does with everyone, he burnt his bridge with Diorio.
By the way, your
like
mic, I want to say this real quick.
Wait a minute, people are telling me to check Ralph's Twitter right now. What's going on? Why did you run, bro? Anyone who thought I was gonna do anything other than call Augie it must not be too bright, lol. Wait, that's okay. Well, you owned us. You destroyed us. Okay, all right then. Well, owned. We've been BTFO'd, boys.
So Diorio, someone you guys might remember, was a big defender of Tonka. Well, you know, like he does with every single person he's friends with, he burnt the bridge.
They're the same person. Everyone in IPS, guys. Everyone in internet blood sports or whatever the fuck you even call it now, they're all terrible people. All right, that's what you have to say. All of them. They're all garbage.
For one reason or another, I decided to clip the fight that they had. He basically went on Tonka's show and slapped him around a little bit, and then I clipped that because Tonka, as we all know, deletes every single stream. So I want to make sure that that moment in history was preserved. And then I woke up to a false, well, it's arguable whether it's a false claim or not. I'm gonna say it is, but, you know, it is a clip of his stream. There was no commentary over it in his defense, but I still think it's a pretty low move to strike, especially without warning.
Because he's been on air. Can we find the clip? Somebody needs
listen to this, guys.
to find this where he says publicly. I'm sure somebody's got it somewhere. Let's put it to the audience. Can we find the clip don't know if we can find it while we're on air, but maybe at least after, where he says he gives carte blanche to anyone to snipe his, not just snipe his streams, but clip them and put them up on their clip channels. And he talks about how great clip channels are. By the way, I've never struck any channel down for anything, but not for clips either. Especially, I should say. And some of those clips are not flattering to me, where they take it by. And if I wanted to, I could say, look, and some of those clips I've even taken off my own, like the pill stream, quote unquote. I took that down. Like, you can't download that on my shit. But there are still clips of it out there, and technically I could say, that's mine. You can't put that up. But that would be a bitch thing to do.
Oh no! Wait, what? That would be a bitch thing to do? No.
Yeah.
This can't be real. There has to be some movie magic going on here. There's no way he's this hypocritical. Less than 2 years later.
Do whatever you want with the clips and
etc.
Now I took it down because I didn't like the show and I didn't feel it deserved to be up there with some of the other shows now. And I just didn't want it up. But it is still out there.
You don't like the pill stream?
No, I didn't like it. So, but that's my right. But I mean, technically, it's my right to go strike it down too. But how big of a bitch can you be?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question. How big of a bitch could you be? I haven't listened to this clip since I posted this 2 years ago. I'm literally re-listening to the first time live on the air. Somebody just told me, hey, you should probably play that clip tonight. It'd be kind of funny. I'd be like, yeah, that's a good idea. That's an interesting one to go back to. Well then, come on, my dude. Didn't work against me for years. You got banned from so many websites and lost so much of your audience. You need to use Onision and Keemstar's likeness to promote your shitty website. Wait, what's Ralph saying? The gay drama.
I mean,
excuse me. Commentary community is gonna now rehash all the old shit that didn't work against me for years. Most of the real accusations they actually defended me on the whole time. I'd be curious what we defended them on. I'm really terrified here, guys. This is going to do me in. Yeah, if you go on killstream.tv, interestingly enough, my favorite Roku service here, there is some interesting advertisements on here. First of all, this screenshot right here. Hold on, I need to get a better view of this. This is the funniest fucking ad I've ever seen in my life. It's the Roku ad with this this Photoshop. You've got Dick Masterson, Keemstar, my favorite Killstream host, Onision, with his poorly chopped off hair, and then Ralph in the middle. That's your... Oh boy, get on the Roku. I wonder if he got the permission to use their likeliness on his website.
DMCA time?
Oh, just kidding. Joke. This is Ralph talking to the person that he later striked a year ago. This is dated June 1st, 2020. I think of all the content of mine that you've run and monetized and profited off of, and I think of the way you're literally running an anti-Ralph channel now. That's your right, but I don't have to be happy about it, and I'm not happy about it. Do what you want with my clips now and in the future. I'll never revoke. But I will not let aggression against me and my show go unanswered. So that's him like a year ago, saying that he'll never revoke. You can do what you want with the clips. He's not happy, but he won't do anything about it. Now he's striking down. Like, again, you have to understand this from my perspective. How could I see what he's doing now and not talk about it when he brought me onto his show to talk about the exact thing that he's doing? Like, of course I was gonna look at this and be like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what is wrong with you? Well, I shouldn't have to ask that. I mean, realistically, he talks about this imaginary, like, I burnt the bridge with him. Like, we had some sort of alliance and I burned the bridge with him. What bridge did we have, first of all? But, if we did have this bridge, like this gay little bridge going on here, realistically, I should have burnt it when you decided it would be a good idea to upload revenge porn of your ex-girlfriend, drunkenly, to own her ex-boyfriend, Or maybe when you went on the Drunken Peasants and just started screaming fucking, slurs at D-Live staff saying you were gonna nuke their entire website, Maybe I should have figured out you're a retard then. Well, I mean, I kind of knew you're a retard. I just didn't care to talk about it. I don't know. It's just like, I just love this, this notion, because that was another thing they were arguing, right? Is that I'm bowing down to his detractors. Like, they're demanding that I go out against them, and I'm bowing down to them now. Why wouldn't I bow down to them when they actually, during all the sex tape shit, you know what I mean? Like, why don't I do it then? The T-Clip stuff. I have to talk about this. No, maybe I just wanted to. And besides, I shot a tweet at 4 in the morning. Do you think that I was getting like a ton of pressure at 4 a.m.? No, nobody cares. Nobody talked to me about this. I saw it. Nick DM'd me. He's like, did you see Ralph nuke T-Clips' channel or something like that? Like, my response was literally like, is he fucking retarded? That's what I wrote back. Like, these people think like their brains are just in complete conspiracy mode. They're like, Augie's working with my enemies. He's working with the Josh guy. He's working with the T-Clips person. Ooh, he's been wanting to stab the knife in me for years now, and it's now finally come to fruition. No, you fucking idiot, you schizo weirdo. Maybe I just shot out a tweet at 4 in the morning. Did you ever think about that? Maybe I just decided this was really gay, and I just wanted to just make a quick point and then go to sleep. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe there's not this like strange conspiracy to get you. Maybe people just don't like you because you're fucking disgusting and gross and weird and a pussy. Maybe there's not this conspiracy against you like all these Kiwi Farms people and what does he call them? The A-logs? Like maybe there's not like all these people working together behind the scenes to, you know, to come after you. Maybe they just don't like you because you're gross and disgusting and fat. Maybe they don't like you because of that reason. I don't know. I'm just theorizing here. I'm just saying, like, you know, these people need to pull their brains out of the gutters and just realize that maybe it's just like, you know, as simple as they're just weird. I don't know. I don't know if there's any more else worth to play this clip right here. Oh, speaking of which, the reason why we're not watching the 20 hours of content he made on me, it's all behind a paywall now. So he's gonna have some really fun growing the Killstream brand to people that have to pay a monthly fee to watch his content. That's obviously gonna draw in a new audience, totally. Ralph is blocking everybody. He's blocked Nick Diorio. He's blocked Jess. He's going crazy right now. Ask me how many people I blocked in the last month, guys. How many? How many of you guys think I blocked in the last month?
Probably 15 people, but like not like big people, probably just like
yeah, Spergs. How many do you think, Boblex?
0.
0. Wait, what? The account followed you for 5 years. Oh my god. Fucking friendship with Killstream broken. I spammed, he ran like he's in AugieRFC's chat. Damn. Ouch. That's brutal right there. 5 years. So, me being the guy that I like to be, you know, I get a little bit bored on Twitter sometimes, and I just decided I'd throw up some good old-fashioned bait on the AugieRFC Twitter page. I thought, you know what? Let's just throw up some shit and see what happens, alright? So I tweeted, I've had a grand total of like 3 Ralph Spergs on my Twitter since he did like 20 hours of content on me. Killstream just ain't what it used to be, I guess. And you know, if Ralph did a show on me, if he did that much content specifically on me in 2018, I would get fucking raped on Twitter. I'd be ratioed to hell every tweet. But obviously that didn't happen. So, you know, I'm just poking some fun. Just, you know, we do a little bit of trolling. Didn't even tag him. So he tweets out, little Augie still has Ralph on his mind, apparently. Obviously, you know, in this dynamic, I'm the one who's, you know, got the other guy on the mind 24/7, obviously. You're literally a fan of mine who has given me hundreds of dollars. I don't think that's true. I don't think I've donated hundreds of dollars. I don't even think I've donated past 50. The only donations I think I've given Ralph were like the free lemons you guys gave me on D-Live. I've just been like, oh, whatever. I don't care about D-Live. I just fucking send them to Killstream whenever I tune in. And that would be like $50 maybe at most. Like, I don't know where this metric is coming from. I'm gonna need a study for that claim. But he writes, your career wins don't even add up to half of mine. Fact.
The career wins, like
having other
start
people
listing off the wins he has. Dude.
You mean when Metacritic called in and then when Zidane called in and shit on Matt? That career win?
Yeah, or you know what?
Busting into Digibro's house, uploading sex tape porn.
Busting into an 18-year-old.
Scrapping together all your lemons to muster up your child support payments. Like, what are we talking about here? What are the wins? I mean, I guess
using all of your donos to get blackout drunk on stream and then have rants that get you banned from platforms.
Threatening the D-Live stuff. I want to play that one. Do I have that one loaded up? Oh my god.
All those wins, dude. He's just racking them
These are the career wins I think we're talking about here.
Don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with the Killstream audience.
Don't fuck with me.
And if you want to make that your Huckleberry.
I don't think they are. I think it's probably the chat.
No,
there's a lot of bad things.
I think so. I think so too. If you want to make that your Huckleberry, I'm completely fine with that.
Nice.
And I will ruin your entire platform, and I will dedicate every fucking... Shut up! I will dedicate every fucking moment to ruining all this.
This is so AIDS.
So, I hope that's not the case. But Random,
Dude, I love like the video.
this is easy to talk to him.
You hear that, YouTube? Because that's what we're addressing right now.
It could easily be turned on foreign actors. And
What is he talking about? I just want to point out, he's going on this rant. I'm going to nuke D-Live to the ground. I'm gonna sorry. I'm gonna nuke D-Live to the ground. He got banned like an hour after the stream.
So I'm just letting you know, D-Live.
I think he got banned.
I will sink D-Live. I will make it my mission to destroy this website. And I'm not joking. I'm not kidding. I will absolutely destroy this website if it comes to it.
Damn. So Ralph was asking me, right? He was asking me on Twitter. I just wrote LOL after that or something, and he wrote me. He was like, "Don't worry, I've spent the money well," and the supposed hundreds of dollars that I've given him, by the way. He spent it well. Acting like hundreds of dollars is like even if I did send that to him, like acting like that's a significant portion of cash.
Yeah, I spent it well.
Hundreds of dollars,
I bought hundreds of bottles of rum.
Yeah, okay. Alright, dude. And I might give you a job after you're banned from YouTube and Twitch if I'm feeling charitable enough. We all know your fan base doesn't follow you to the 3rd or 4th tier sites like mine do. Well, first of all, yours don't. But second of all, as I pointed out here, I had 2,000 viewers my first night on D-Live after I got a YouTube strike in December. And that was even on like a non-after-hour stream. I think I was just watching the Nesion podcast. So then he wrote me, he says, "You haven't given me hundreds of dollars? That's pretty accurate. How much money did you simp for T-Clips? Maybe you gave her more. Is that why you had to defend her honor?" And I'm like, "You're a schizo. I don't care." And then the funniest part is that your arguments fall apart if you just reread my tweet calling it a bad move. I just call him a dumb fuck, basically. Then he talks about me, you remember that song we played at the beginning, World's Best Dad? Apparently, like, I've always thought that song's fucking hilarious, like most of MC Jarbo's work. He apparently has an issue. You can sit there and quote people who made songs shitting on me and my unborn son. You can get fucked for that too as well. I've let your punk ass slide way too long. Get fucked. Thank God Ralph let me slide that long.
Yeah, he was being charitable. The Ralph retort was about to slam down his gunt on the table and
dude, maybe he'll give me a job. Maybe he'll give me a job and I get fucked. Working for the RalphRetort.com, I guess.
Yeah, you can work for the Roku stick, Kill stream live.
So I was like, who would ever shit on somebody's unborn son? Not me, because I'm the world's best dad. Where he's, talking about he making a tweet shitting on Sargon because I think his wife had like a miscarriage or something, which is disgusting. But it's okay because he wasn't friends with Sargon, so he's allowed to do that. And then he's like, "Oh, you're a snake bitch. Your day's gonna come, and I'll be there when it happens, boy." Well, if my day does come, it just won't be nearly as bad as like the day that your fucking sex tape dropped, and every fucking YouTuber is laughing their asses off in all the group chats that I was in.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think I'm ever gonna top that one.
Unbeatable. Yeah.
It's difficult. It's difficult to to top that one, honestly. I pointed out, right, like, okay, so that example wasn't good enough because you're allowed to shit on people. You're allowed to do what you don't like to people you don't like. Okay, even though that's openly hypocritical, whatever. Here's another example of you doing the same thing to your co-host. This never happened, but I do have tapes of you whining about your wife's miscarriage and how shit your life is. Don't fuck with me, you piece of shit. I was blocked for this. Oops.
Got him in a corner, dude.
Damn. that was all it took. As soon as I go from like banter to just fucking owning him, that's all it takes. So after I brought this up, he ran from me. He didn't want to talk about me anymore. He shifted his attention to you, Boblax, instead. He starts bringing up tweets of you where you're talking about Bitcoin and stuff like that, and he's like...
He remembered that from like 6 months ago.
Yeah,
he had to like think about it and remember it. That's how much I'm on his mind. It's just funny how he like remembered this from months ago, because when I think about Ralph, like I really struggle to remember like any relevant bits. Like before I was trying to bring up his greatest wins and like almost nothing could come to mind besides him like fucking an 18-year-old. Like, it's really hard to just think of what Ralph has done. But, like, for me, I guess, like, this one-off tweet is, like, really memorable to him. I don't know.
So you wrote him, this guy only gets into fights when he leaves his house and gets blackout drunk, when he doesn't, and he's saying, I can't function in society. I made a mistake and lost 5 days of revenue. You made a mistake and an 18-year-old girl and lost 18 years of your life. Jesus
and then
Christ.
I show my ad revenue for one day.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know why he's saying like I can't like
ratio
him
to
saying
hell,
him saying I can't function in society. Like what? Like this guy in so many scenarios he's been proven to not be able to function properly.
He can't. He literally can't. Like no, can't
Like,
get a job.
Normal, no normal relationship, no normal anything. There's just nothing normal about it.
Can't get a job. Can't keep a streaming career together without getting fucked on every website. I mean, it just falls apart all over the place.
Everything he attempts to do that's a part of society is dysfunctional.
Prominent leader of Gamergate was just arrested on charges of assaulting a police officer. One of Gamergate's most prominent voices, Ethan Ralph, was arrested recently on 2 counts of assault on law. I know this is all everyone knows about this, but I'm playing this for Bo Blacks just to get his reaction. He allegedly assaulted deputy. Blah blah blah. Is well known in the Gamergate community. Runs the Ralph Tour. It's a Rush Limbaugh-esque take on the world of video games. There you go. That's who's saying you can't. You lost 5 days of revenue on Bitcoin. This guy lost like fucking. How long was he locked up? Like a year? Something like that?
Wait,
8
he
months?
was in jail for a year? He lost 8 months of his life? That's what oh my God, I could have said that in the tweet too. You lost like whatever amount of, I don't know like Ralph.
I feel like I'm only, I feel like yeah, honestly, I don't know much of the lore either. I just know what I see on my timeline, and what I see is fucking embarrassing. I think I'm gonna wrap up the Ralph segment there. I don't know what else I can really say. This guy's a fucking joke. He does an entire 20 hours of content on me, saying that I'm disloyal and I turned on him because I didn't send him a cute little DM asking him permission before I go on Twitter and talk about his public actions. No, I think you guys can see here. Anybody even, like, willing to, at least, like, look, you can like Ralph, you can watch his content, but if you're going to look at this situation objectively, there's no defense. It's not like you can be like, well, I see Augie's side, and I see Ralph's side, it's fair. You can only see my side because I just am right, so, GG. RFC After Hours is a live trending issues and entertainment broadcast with co-host Bo Blacks, broadcasted every weekday, Monday through Friday, starting at 6:30 p.m. Central. The show is for entertainment purposes only. All chat messages and donations read are the words of the original messenger, and certain viewpoints expressed do not reflect that of myself or Bo Blacks.